I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We are joined by Deja Wukong. Hi.
Hello. How you doing?
Doing great. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hello, I'm Deja Wukong. I'm a Monkey King VTuber, and I do a lot of variety streams. But a lot of them tend to just be the same games recently. But we're expanding out, so
Yeah, well, I
there's
mean,
that.
if you're enjoying yourself and folks watching are enjoying yourself, why change it too much?
That's it.
Yeah, you still get to be the variety streamer. You're just the variety is smaller. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
No, it's when did you get started with the VTubing?
Well, before VTubing, I was actually I don't know what you call it. I guess a flesh tuber,
Yeah,
face cam streamer, whatever
yeah,
you want to call it.
yeah.
So I started back in the pandemic
Mm,
because I was off work. So I kind of wanted something to do, and I'd always been interested in streaming. So I jumped in then
right.
and kind of just streamed it on and off since then. But 2 years ago, I actually got into VTubing.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, just coming up to 2 years ago. I got into VTubing. Um, from what I remember, the first kind of experience I had was seeing Iron Mouse
Mm-hmm.
and seeing some of her streams, and I was like, I enjoy streaming, but I like the whole idea with the VTuber because there's a lot you can do
Right.
on stream with a VTuber that you can't really do as well
Yeah.
as like a human basically. So like having like people throw stuff at you or
Mm-hmm.
sort of those kind of interactions, you can probably find a way to do it, but it's definitely not as fun as having a VTuber that just gets pelted by everything.
Yeah, and you know, I've seen some folks say, and I agree this is true, that while you're not necessarily yourself on there, you get to be more of yourself because you're not afraid of the repercussions. Um,
Yeah, I do think that is something that I kind of agree with.
mhm,
Um, when I was streaming as like a face cam person, it it always felt like you had to kind of put on like a little bit of a persona in a way to like please people, and like obviously you've got to dress reasonably well and stuff when you're doing that, but as like a VTuber I can kind of relax a bit more and be a bit more of myself,
yeah, yeah,
and
you
just focus on the content.
you don't have to clean up yourself or the room around you.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the good thing, especially for me, because if anybody saw the little area where I was doing these, they'd say, "How in the world do you even get a signal out from there?" But
Uh,
that's all part of the game.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so when you got started, was it a transition from being in in front of the camera, really, to behind the avatar? Was it tough to make that transition for you mentally?
I wouldn't say mentally, because at the time I was kind of in like two mindsets anyway, of like either one just like quitting,
Hmm.
or two like jumping in and giving it a go. And like because I enjoy streaming anyway, I didn't want to just go the first option, so I was like, I should at least give it a go,
Hmm.
because for all I know I could enjoy it a lot more, which has been the case. So I think I transitioned over quite easily, um, but originally I did kind of take a good couple of months break while like my VTuber was being made and stuff,
And
to just get everything ready.
so, how did that go? Did you have an original model and commission somebody to do it? Did you rent one from somebody? How did you put that together?
Well, At the time, things kind of worked out nicely in a weird way for me. So the company I was working for, some redundancies came up,
Mm.
and I was one of them. But
Oh,
I'd been there for like a good few years, so I got a quite nice payout from it. And then using that, I managed to buy my first VTuber, which is the one I'm currently using.
hmm.
But I found someone on Fiverr who could do the art and the rigging, and I've just kind of used her ever since because she does like small upgrades here and there. So I had like a 1.5 upgrade she did.
Yeah.
She does like poses and stuff for me as well, just constantly adding stuff to the model.
she's
So
she's one of
it's quite smooth, to be honest.
she's one of those artists that isn't quite ever quite satisfied.
Yeah,
That's good for you though, because
uh,
she keeps working on it.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Always got little ideas as well of like kind of new things I want added and stuff. So I'm always reaching out to her with suggestions and ideas.
So, what uh, what is your goal with this channel? What do you want to do with it?
Um, I think so. Obviously, like in the long run, it would be like great if it's something I could do full time.
Hmm.
But I also want to try and be realistic with it. Obviously, I got into it to keep me busy when I wasn't at work, and then gaming's always been something I enjoy doing. So being able to just chill and talk to people while I'm gaming's a great thing you can do with streaming.
Hmm.
So I think the main kind of thing I'm aiming for is just having like a nice community where we can chill. You can come watch me suffer in games as we just chat and just relax and kind of relax after the long hard day at work, I guess.
Yeah, you're creating kind of a safe area for folks to kick their feet up and enjoy.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, is that what you like to watch when if you're watching a VTuber?
Yeah, I mean it's like that for me with content in general. Like I I've heard a few people say to me that they like to listen to me on like a second monitor or something, and I know there's people out there that would probably be like annoyed in a way about that. But for me, it's like the I'm there for them to listen to basically, and they're
Right.
enjoying listening to me.
Hmm.
I know like it would be great to be like on the first monitor, but being on the second monitor, having someone chill and just like listening to you as they're relaxing and gaming or whatever they're doing is I think it's quite a nice thing, to be honest.
Well, it means that they're trusting you with it, and that's one thing that I hope that creators remember is that they're giving their time to what you're doing. They want to know what you're how you're entertaining them. They're coming back for you personally, and whether it's just having you on the background or being there, sending a chat on every word that you say, uh, they're still being a part of what you're doing.
Yeah, that's it. Like I've got some like core viewers, I suppose, that no matter what's going on, if they're free, they're gonna whack me on and listen to me ramble as I suffer in gaming.
So is that what's been happening with you? Is this, with the games that you've been playing recently? Have you been suffering through?
Not too much. I quit League recently, so we're on the up.
What games are you streaming at the moment?
So I'm doing a bit of Space Marine 2,
Mm,
which I really love right now.
yeah.
And then one that I didn't think I'd enjoy as much as I have been is TCG Card Shop Simulator.
That
It,
does look like
it's
fun.
it's surprisingly like because I play a few simulators anyway because they're quite relaxing, but it's
Yeah.
surprisingly like intense, especially when my employees don't turn up on time.
Yeah. Yeah, or you suddenly your expenses shoot up for no particular reason and you need to do something pull out. I saw somebody pull out the best card ever
Yeah, I
online.
think I've seen that as well.
I'm
I
like,
was trying to do that myself last time I was streaming it because I was just there in the corner.
yeah.
My employee is managing the shop, and I'm just there with like 20, 30 packs, just opening them, trying to pull a good card.
I guess that's how card shops actually work. The owner sits in the back and tries to.
Well, I used to go. There was one I used to go to like years ago,
Mm-hmm,
and I remember one of the employees was like a bit older than me,
mm-hmm.
and he got bored very easily. And I remember like when we was down there, we was always just like, you should open a pack, and he was like, I'm bored, I'm gonna open a pack. But I think that he ended up owing a lot of money because of the amount of packs
Oh
he
yeah,
was opening.
oh yeah, absolutely. I had a sports card collection here in
Yeah,
the U.S. and as a kid in the '80s, we had the shops you could go and get stuff in. So I was always hoping that when I get there, somebody was opening an old pack of something that I couldn't afford. I could at least watch them enjoy themselves if I couldn't do it myself. Uh,
yeah. That's
yeah.
quite a popular thing now as well, isn't it? Like
Oh yeah.
on the YouTube and TikTok and stuff, just watching people opening packs and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even if it's if you watch somebody like the Magic the Gathering and the Pokemon stuff opening stuff online, I don't know I don't know thing one about playing those games. I mean I know how to do the Pokemon video game, but the actual card game, no idea. But watching these people go through like mystery boxes where they've paid $1,000 for $20 worth of stuff,
Yeah,
good on you, but not on me. Let's.
yeah. I think Pokemon definitely blew up a lot more recently as well
Mhm.
because it was a big thing when I was like a kid and stuff, and then the cards kind of died off for a while, but they seem to be quite popular again now.
Yeah, and people, it's a strange situation with that because I don't think as many people actually play the card game as buy the packs just for the cards, and
Yeah, a
and
lot of
then
it's
and then play
collectors and
online.
stuff, isn't it?
It's weird, but it makes some money.
Yeah,
But whatever
that's it.
brings in the dough. Um, as far as the games that you're playing, have been playing since you streamed. Say you're a variety streamer and there's different types that you like. If you were going to have a go-to game where you just want to come on, have a easy, cozy stream, and just kind of sit back and enjoy yourself for a while, what would be the game you choose?
Say, my go-to game used to be League, which is
Yeah,
isn't exactly like the most relaxing game in the world.
the opposite.
Um, but recently, I'd probably say like Space Marine 2
Hmm.
or Dawn of War because I've just picked up the Dawn of War series again.
Hmm.
But it's quite nice and relaxing just to chill and lose to some NPCs.
I'd go in without any expectations and then manage to not make those expectations you don't expect.
uh, I streamed it the other day and like I was doing a campaign in the first game and it had been that long since I played it. I was just clueless like for the controls and stuff. And then I was building some units and stuff, and I thought I was doing really well. And then I just had to spend about 10 minutes against this NPC that was just like had a stronger army than me, just like
Oh,
trying to survive the onslaughts of attacks while I was rebuilding what I'd lost.
help, help! Yeah, yeah. I've got a couple games that I haven't played in about a year and a half, and I'm like I'd really like to get started on those again, but the I'd have to relearn the entire control set because I'm doing PC and keyboard, and
Yeah,
and I'm like maybe I don't want to do that. I talk
I
myself
know the feeling.
talk myself out of it. Are there some games that you've got in your collection that you really want to stream but you haven't gotten to yet?
Um, I mean, realistically, all my games because one of the things I wanted to do originally when I got into streaming was to kind of like work through my like Steam library and
Mm-hmm.
just like play everything on
Yeah.
stream at some point, like work my way through like the single player games and stuff. Um, as for like specific games, I honestly can't think of any off the top of my head.
Well,
Um, there was one that I was really focused on playing recently, but I played it the second it came out, which was the Black Myth Wukong.
oh yeah. Yeah, well, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be done.
It's just too much synergy there. It has to you have to go on with that one.
Yeah,
Did you enjoy that one?
I try not to be biased with it, but it was a very fun game for me.
Mm, yeah.
I suppose one game that I wouldn't mind streaming in my collection is Final Fantasy 14,
Uh-huh.
but it's one of those games where I've kind of like played it on and off
Yeah.
a lot since its release, and then I've just kind of right now I'm kind of in that mindset where I don't really want to play it. Like I'm
Mm,
not really like encouraged to play it right now. So
yeah.
maybe in the future I'll pick it up and start streaming it.
Mm. Is that one of those games that or do you have any games that you would rather play away from streaming than streaming?
Let me check. I don't think there is any.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty much open to play most, if not all, my games on stream.
Yeah.
Um,
So so you if you have like the Barbie My Pony setup, you'll play that on stream too.
absolutely, absolutely. Get me Hello Kitty Paradise Island. We'll play it all.
So with so the games you are streaming games you enjoy, but you're also pretty much only playing games you enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Do you choose the games online based on what you think the chat and the audience will enjoy?
Not anymore. When I first got into streaming, that was kind of what I was doing, but I kind of realized eventually, like, you've got to kind of just stream what you enjoy because, like, if you're streaming something you're not enjoying,
Hmm.
it's going to affect like how you come across on stream, and then that kind of affects your viewers as well. Like, they're just going to be like, "Oh, he's just moaning or not having a good time," so
Yeah, it
just
is.
gonna not watch him,
It
kind
is.
of thing.
It is important to have that kind of synergy going. Um, with it, you're still entertaining people when it comes right down to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And have you always been somebody who wanted to get up on the stage and grab the microphone?
Not really, to be honest.
you,
I
you,
I
you,
don't know. Like, for me, it kind of was like, I don't know. I just enjoy gaming,
uh,
and I just like the idea of just having people come watch me and chat and stuff as I'm playing through games,
mm,
and that just kind of led me into streaming.
yeah, yeah. Well, now that you've done it for a while, I mean, in different formats, um, is there anything you'd want to uh, tell yourself if you could go back before you started with your model and everything, not to do?
Um, not to do. Hmm.
Like, don't.
Not play League as much, to be honest.
You are absolutely soured on that.
I was like pretty much a pure League streamer when I first started streaming.
Uh-huh.
That was like all I played, and yeah, I'm sure you know how the League community is and the game
Oh
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's not good when you it's the only thing you stream and you spend like 80-90% of the streams just molding because you're not doing well in the game.
And everybody's just like, yeah, trying to change the topic in chat. Just, yeah, but I'm doing so terrible in the game.
Yeah.
So how do you mix that in? How do you when you've got a game going on and you're really into it? online. How do you get chat mixed into it and keep them occupied?
Um, I usually just like ask, like take for example like Dawn of War. Say I'm playing Dawn of War, I'll be like asking them for suggestions or like if they've got any ideas or what the favorite unit is, for example, stuff like that, just
Yeah,
to kind of get them a bit more involved in it.
not spoilers though.
Not spoilers, no.
Yeah.
Although when I was playing Black Myth Wukong, I did have a few people kind of not really spoiling things for me, but kind of like telling me how to do certain things, and I was like, oh,
It's when the band hammer comes out. Time them out. Uh,
it depends what it is, to be honest.
yeah.
The thing they told me about wasn't it wasn't really like a spoiler. It was just like I was trying to find something like how to do something, and they just told me how to do it.
Mm, well, that's not any fun. I mean, it's. I mean, if I wanted to cheat, I'd just cheat. You know,
No, there was like these spirits you can get in the game.
mhm.
They're like they're kind of like Pokemon in a way. But you need an item to capture them,
Oh.
and I killed one before I could get the item. Um, so when I went back, the spirit that you capture had disappeared.
Oh.
But someone was just like, yeah, if you just go to like your shrine bonfire thing, you can get it there. So I was like, oh sweet, I don't
Yeah.
have to miss it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not really a spoiler, is it? It just kind of helped you along.
Yeah,
Yeah, because as again, it would seem like to me in that particular game, you'd want all of the extra stuff you could possibly have in some of these battles.
yeah, that's it, definitely.
Yeah. So would you rather play a game like that or a an RPG type game, or is that type of game your favorite?
Um, I'd probably say I don't know what I'd say is my favorite
Mm.
like kind of genre. I guess I do tend to play like I'm starting to play more games like that, so I think it's kind of becoming more of my preferred genre.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did play a lot of like strategy games and like MOBAs and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Simulators?
Yeah, simulators as well. Not
Mm.
not as much as the others, but simulators show up from time to time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you just get an itch to try something and give it a shot. Have you had situations where you streamed a game that you really wanted to try and stream online, and it just did not ring with you, and you had to give it up?
So it was a simulator that I tried. I still like. I don't even think the game's that bad, right?
Yeah.
It was just kind of tedious,
Yeah.
but given what it was, I I should have known. Lawn mowing simulator. I was like, it kind of looks all right to be fair, and
Yeah.
it was on sale, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it and I'll give it a go and stuff. See how it is, but like you going around like mowing the grass on that, which is fine,
Yeah.
but then there's like tiny, tiny bits of grass you've got to get at the end, and it's just tedious at that point because you're
Oh
just
yeah.
trying to like really trying to find this grass that you're missing to finish the job. And I was like, I can't really focus like on streaming and trying to find this grass at the same time.
Oh, well, for me, I do anything I possibly can to avoid mowing my lawn. So for me, lawn mowing simulator would be give somebody $20 and go
It
inside and
looked
play
all
games.
right, to be fair. It looked kind of relaxing, and
Yeah.
then you actually do it, and you just like, no, definitely not.
I say that's it. It's paying and doing something that you don't necessarily want to do in the first place. I don't think I can go for something like that. Now, the card shop simulator I could do.
Yeah,
Hang it up.
that's the thing is with the card shop simulator now. Though I'm kind of in a situation where I got two employees that manage the tills,
Uh-huh.
and then like I if I need stock, I can just get it and grab it myself.
Hmm.
So I spend most of my time on it, just in the corner, just like opening packs, just trying to pull the rare cards.
It's a strange sort of gotcha game, isn't it?
Yeah,
And in a
definitely.
way, but you're not spending your entire wallet in it. Hopefully,
No, thankfully you don't have to spend anything on it other than the purchase price.
yeah. But I bet you there'd be people who would buy if they did do something like that.
That's true. There would be, wouldn't there?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty addicting. It looks like, and if you get, it's one of those things. Like if you're a collector in real life, and you get, go buy and have enough for 3 packs, and get one fairly good card, you're like, hmm, I'll sell it back and try a couple more packs.
That's it. That's it. It's got to be done.
That's over here with the lottery scratch off lottery tickets. People will go in and buy $10 worth, win $5, use that $5 to buy five more, and then get down to $1, and then turn that in, and then end up with nothing out of their $10.
It's because they're always chasing the money they spent. That's why.
That's right, exactly. That's how your slot machines work too, folks. That's not going to stop
Exactly.
anybody. No one listens to me. the the So, are you happy with where your channel is at the moment?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Mm,
Like, I think it's slowed down a bit recently, but
mm,
it's more kind of like my fault because I haven't been too consistent with streams recently.
mm-hmm.
But basically, I've had like some stuff happening at work, so I've took on like more tasks and stuff. So I do come home and I'm kind of like tired a lot, so
Mm.
I don't always manage to stream. Um, but given the situation, I'm pretty happy with how the stream's going.
I just see somebody coming home from work after a rough day and just like growling for 45 minutes to the microphone, playing some game and just walk through splattering people, some zombie game, and just not interact with chat at all, just growl into the microphone for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was saying that.
Certainly, that would, well, it'd be interesting once, maybe not twice, but once it'd be interesting. Um,
Yeah,
so what?
I saw a lot of that when I first got into streaming. I remember like there was a couple as well that like they just didn't have a mic or anything, so it was
Yeah,
just gameplay,
yeah, yeah.
and there was like no sound or anything outside the gameplay.
Uh, that's
Interesting streams.
Yeah. Have you had a fun with your chat and your audience? Has it been pretty smooth sailing with you and them?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
We uh we play games together sometimes.
Yeah.
They throw stuff at me a lot of the time. You know, the usual.
Yeah. They pick on you much?
They try to, but
Yeah.
I know how to push the buttons back. So
That's good. And mutual animosity is always good.
that's it.
Well, it sounds like to me you got things going in the right direction. You got any big events coming up for your channel?
So it is my anniversary next year,
Mm. Yeah.
and I've got stuff planned for that. But it's going to be big stuff coming. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, when we get nearby, you let me know so we can do an update for you, okay?
All right, cool.
Yeah, we'll get you on here and we'll plug it for you. We'll have all the links for Deja in the description for this interview up on the YouTube channel. And I want to thank you so much for coming on. It's great to meet you, and hope we get you back
Yeah,
on
great to
soon.
meet you. Yeah, I hope so.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.